Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden 2. Last time we got ourselves the awesome true rune of the beginning, which consists of the Bright Shield rune and the Black Sword rune. Awesome. Anyways, this time we're heading to the city of Muse, which is where Victor and friends escaped to after the whole attack by Blukalite. Blukalite? Yeah, I called him Blukalite. What are you gonna do? Because I'm dyslexic like that. So let's get back to Muse, shall we? Or go to Muse. Well, I mean, we've been here before. That's the only reason I said back. And apparently now it's closed with a guard. Can we get in here? We're friends of Victor. Huh? Where do you think you're going? We're friends of Victor, the mercenary leader. We told him we'd meet up with him here. Duh, let us in. Sorry, but no one comes in without an entry permit. We have to watch out for Highland spies. Hey, are you calling us spies? Highland already called us spies, and now you guys are calling us spies, you bunch of spy-ass spires. Come on, let's not lose our tempers. Leave it to Nanami. Leave it to the third person talking Nanami. Nanami's gonna get all coy and try to get all cutesy with him. Listen, we have to meet an old grump named Victor. Come on, just let us in, okay? Don't be ridiculous. Now buzz off, you little pug nose. Oh. What? What did you just call me? I called you a pug-nosed shrimp. Now buzz off. Oh. Shrimp? Say that again, and you'll be sorry. Shut up, you frog-faced, whiny little tomboy. Burn. Frog-faced, whiny tomboy. I'll rip your lips off your history. Wait, Nanami, stop. Calm yourself. Jesus, you're gonna get us all destroyed. Come on, stay out of my way. It won't help to yell at the guard, and it's not as if we're part of Victor's army. The guard has no reason to believe us, but we can't just give up. We gotta find another way. But what will be that other way? I don't know. Maybe we should find some nearby place we can kind of wind down and think about it. Maybe this little area by the forest will be something? By the way, let's fight a sickle right quick. Oh, one thing I should mention about these guys is they drop something known as the Hazy rune. The Hazy rune is a rune that's kind of useful if you want to be... What does the Hazy rune do again? I think it ups your immunity or something like that, so less like so enemies won't hit you. Like you'll have good dodging or whatever the word I'm looking for is. Anyways, before I go inside here, I want to mention one thing. First time I played this game, I didn't even notice this little area that you could go to in the forest right here. So I searched this whole freaking region, and there's a bunch of Muse borders you can go to, and there's also a city to the south you can go to. But all of which right now are dead ends guarded by Highland guards or other state guards that will also not let you through. Either way, we got to go here. This is our only possible new destination, the White Deer Inn. And one thing I also want to say is that guy really insulted Nanami pretty badly back there, but you know what? I'd do Nanami. I don't think she has a pug nose. Just had to put that out there. Hello, welcome to the White Deer Inn. The beds are clean and the breakfast is included. Okay. You picked a strange place to open an inn, didn't you? Well, maybe, but you'd be surprised how many people stay here. Well, shall I show you to your room? Sure. Did we pay for one already? Hey, Hilda! What are you doing? What are you so excited about? I did it, Hilda! Be happy! I finally found the way to the treasure! It was just like I thought. I knew there was something funny about those ruins. Treasure? I loves them words, treasure! What? You should be happier. We can finally say goodbye to the failure of an inn. Or this failure of an inn. Wait a minute, Alex. This is not a failure of an inn. I just said we get busy, okay? I've got to go get some help. It's dangerous in there. Well, I bet I can find some city people to help out. I'll find you a jewel so big you won't even be able to carry it. We're gonna be rich, bitch. Hilda? Alex, please, don't do anything dangerous. The treasure's probably just a rumor. Please, I don't want you to. What? What are you talking about? Hilda, I'm doing this for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go find some people to help. Oh, typical husband who doesn't even listen to his wife. That man. Mama, there goes that man. Oh, excuse me. That's okay. Was that your husband? Yes, he's obsessed with treasure hunting. I don't know what to do. Well, shall I show you to your room? Indeed. I could use a good night's rest after all the badness that went down last episode. And a good night's rest we shall have. Whose bed did Palika sleep in, I wonder? I don't know if I want to know. Anyways, I slept well. We've been camping out for so long. Camping out? Pfft. Pfft. Who camps? Bitch, I stay at only the finest of hotels. Hotel, motel, holiday inn, bitch. Anyway, Nanami decides to jump in Ryu's bed to wake his ass up. And Joey is not left out. Don't you worry. Yeah, let's throw some water on him. No, I got a better idea. Stick some... Whoa! Whoa, hold on. Palika, why must you do something so questionable? Like going under his covers. Sorry, I don't want to implicate anything there, but very strange. Very, very strange. Sorry. I hate to bring up such taboo topics like that without even saying them specifically, but I think you got where I was coming from there. I think you got it. Everyone, did you sleep well? Mostly. We had a wonderful time. Dinner was wonderful too. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. And I see a kobold sitting there. Maybe I should say hi to him. Well, we hope you'll come again soon. We'd love to. Okay, let's go, Ryu. I don't know where we're going to go, but apparently we're done here. That was quick. I want to talk to that kobold for a second. What's up, kobold? I've got some nice things. Oh, snap. This is a shop? Holy crap. I forgot this guy was a shop. Whoa. I honestly didn't even remember that being a thing. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. What do you... Holy crap, there's a rune shop here too? No effing way! Okay, that's kind of awesome because I was thinking, man, I wish there was a rune master so I could put this double bead on somebody just for right now. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is awesome. I'm going to put it on Muku Muku, actually. That way Muku Muku can be a little bit more useful. But I'm definitely not going to keep it on Muku Muku in the long run. It's just for now since I'm kind of stuck with the party that I have right now. Holy crap, though. I did not remember those guys being shops. I'm glad I checked. Anyway, you try to leave and Alex bursts in. We're not done here as soon as you thought you were. I'll tell you that much. Alex? Or Alex. Alex? Every time I hear the name Alex, I always think of Lunar. What's wrong? Damn, those city folk. Nobody believed me. They even called me a liar. Damn, damn, damn. Alright, Doc Brown, calm yourself. We don't need treasure, right? Of course we don't. What are you saying, Hilda? This time I've really found the way to the treasure. I want to give you a good life, not in the backwoods like this. We could open an inn in Muse. I think Muse already has an inn. They don't need another one, do they? Excuse me, when you said those city folk, did you mean the citizens of Muse? Duh. Nanami, your powers of deduction, they're unquestionable. Yeah, so what? So does that mean you have an entry permit? Yeah, these days you can't get in without an entry permit. Ha, so we found out. Do you think you could lend it to us? Maybe it'll help us get in a little bit, so yeah. Oh god. See what you've done? Good job, Nanami. Good fucking job. Okay, I'll make you an offer. You guys help me look for treasure and I'll lend you a permit. How about it? Actually lend him his permit. Anyways, if you say forget about it, it's dangerous, you're pretty much stuck here, you gotta help him. Otherwise, you're never gonna get into Muse. So let's do this. And who's not down to go treasure hunting? I know I'm always down to go get treasure, so let's do this. Joey's not so sure, but you'd think he'd have more faith in our new awesomeness now that we have our the rune of truth. We can't take this little girl. Hilda, will you watch this kid? Maybe she could play with Pete. By the way, Pete's their son. We didn't see Pete yet, but I think he's hanging out upstairs if you go up there. Oh, that's no problem, but dear, I really wish you wouldn't do this. Don't worry, it will be fine. Of course it will. Please be careful. And so, Palika, be a good girl. We and I will be back soon. And so, can the conversation end already? Okay, now we're ready. The ruins are towards the back of the end. Let's go. Darling, please be careful. Of course. That's the only way I know how to be. So Alex is a weak sauce-ass innkeeper who can't fight, so he's just going to be in the convoy the whole time, hence the reason why you get a full party of 6 for this sequence. Anyways, so you literally go behind the inn, follow the path, and you shall gaze upon the ruins that Alex is talking about. This is it! Take a look at this relief. Take a look at this relief. Sorry, relief is like an indent in the wall. Is this inscription in Sindarin? What's Sindarin? Yes, these ruins were left by the lost race of Sindar. Interesting. Wow, Joey, you're so smart. How did you know that? He was rich. He's educated. Nah, it's no big deal. I just saw it in one of the books in my father's study. You know, I'm smart like that. I've been researching this for years. I finally learned the secret of these ruins a few days ago. You just go like this, and like that, and like this, and the door opens. This is it. I knew these weren't normal ruins. Listen, there might be monsters in there, so let's go forward cautiously. Alright, he said it. Welcome, my friends, to the Sindar ruins. And before we actually run into monsters, we got one more room to go through, where we have to talk to the console, or whatever you want to call it. And Alex will be like, yo, 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 which button is it? Bam. Door, open, sesame. Okay, now we're officially in the Sindar ruins. Prepare for random battle mania! Now, this will probably be the first dungeon where I will have to start cutting out battles, because there's no way in hell I'm going to get through this place in a timely manner if I show every single battle. This place is the first place in the game where you will get ridiculously annoyed by the amount of random battles you have to fight, especially if you don't already know what to do in this dungeon, because this is the first dungeon that actually has puzzles. Yeah, I'll just call it puzzles. It's not really a puzzle, like you have to figure something out, but it is something you do have to figure out a little bit, just to kind of get, like, they give you the first one right off the bat to kind of make you understand how it works. But then you got to do a couple other little things to get through the whole dungeon. And I think I'm over-explaining it a little bit more than I need to. Point is, it's a dungeon. It has some puzzles. It's going to take a while because we're going to run into lots of random battles along the way. I hope I can get to the point where I can let go of battles. Then I won't even have to cut things out. But there is a chance I'm going to have to start cutting. We'll just see what happens. These card guys are probably the most annoying enemies you will fight in this entire dungeon as well, because they're not slow. The only people they're slower than are Joey and Ryu. You definitely want to utilize buddy attack as much as you can. And my characters will quickly get up to level 10 and 11 very fast, because that's pretty much the level you're supposed to be for this dungeon. Now that's a dead end, so I'm wasting my time. These guys, if you remember from Suikoden 1, were really annoying, but in this game they dumb them down a lot. They're a lot easier. They still pretty much have the same attacks, but they have a lot less HP, so you have a lot less to worry about. Especially if you only run into a group of 2 of them. If you run into a group of like 5 or 6 of those fools, make sure you use buddy attack, because they will deal out some damage big time. And that's probably another thing I should mention. There's a lot of overlap of enemies from Suikoden 1 to Suikoden 2. And not just in look, but also in name and attack patterns for the most part. The only difference is you might run into enemies you saw in the first game at different points, like enemies you may have saw later in Suikoden 1, you'll see them early in Suikoden 2, and so they won't be as hard. But in general, they'll have the same attacks, same sort of abilities or items or whatever you want to call it. Basically, that's how, or that's just something else I wanted to point out about Suikoden 1 and 2. Lots of things carried over. It was definitely probably... what am I trying to say? It definitely saved the developers' production time having just some sprites carry over from this game to from game 1 to game 2. That way they didn't have to redesign everything. Saved them some development time. That's probably why this game is so much better, because they didn't have to start from scratch, and they got to, you know, make everything a little bit better and take the time to develop it so everything is so fucking fantastic. Because this game... it's fantastic, if you couldn't already tell. Stop putting everybody to sleep, you asshole. Kill him. Bam. Hit him with that arrow, Kenny-san. I think if we get to level 13 or 14, that might be the level that'll allow us to let go of enemies, so yeah. I want to make sure I don't forget that treasure, because when we get to the end of this place, definitely going to utilize one of these escape talismans I've been collecting. Be the first dungeon where that'll be useful. In Suikoden 1, I used it a lot. Escape Talisman was 100% fantastic, because I could get out of any dungeon just at the drop of a hat. It's fantastic. Alright, so we're going to go down this way and go up. And that'll take us to the next screen, I believe. Yes, there's a treasure over there, but we won't be able to get that for at least a few minutes. So try not to let it bother you too much that you're walking by a treasure chest right here at the beginning. We've only just begun on the journey through this place, I'll tell you that much. And I'm not sure at which point I'm going to decide to start cutting out battles, but I'm sure it'll happen soon enough. I don't want to just start saying I'll cut now when I have no idea if I'll have a nice encounter rate. But I do want to kind of show the different combinations of enemies you can fight here. There's still at least 2 more enemies I can think of that haven't shown up yet, so we'll definitely want to fight them at some point just to show off every type of enemy. Other than that, I don't know what to say. Yeah. These eyeball guys are probably the hardest enemy in here, or, I won't say hardest, but definitely the hardest in this first area, though. They like to do a lot of the moves that'll hit everyone across in the front row, and that can be real annoying. Too much damage, you're going to have to heal a lot. Highly recommended that if you are not prepared for this dungeon, that you buy a lot of medicines from that shop that was in the inn, or you just come in here, grind, and go back outside and heal at the inn, which you can totally do if you want to. I'm probably not going to have to do that, but if you are worried that you might not make it through this dungeon, by all means, go back and heal and save. Let's grab this treasure chest real quick. And the puzzle shows itself. This, my friends, is an iron plate. This is the round iron plate. And you'll probably notice we walked by some imprint in the wall. Notice that the square plate is over there as well. We'll be seeing that again. We'll be back this way eventually. But probably noticed this little indent in the wall right here that was circular. Well, if you put the circle plate in there, kablowie, you open the door. Puzzle solved. At least you understand what the puzzle is now. That's the puzzle. If you walk over here, you can get the triangle puzzle, which is always cool. And I called it the triangle puzzle, didn't I? Triangle plate. Now I think all the way this way is. Oh no. Okay, so this. When I first. Let me just tell a quick story about this. When I first saw this spot, I thought you needed the circle plate to open it, and I freaked out. And I did never realize the door is already open. You don't need the plate to open it. Threw me off first time I played the game, like so bad. I really didn't even notice that at all. I kind of felt dumb later too. I was like, I came back one time and I just looked at the door like, how do you get in if I can't get the circle plate back? Well, you don't have to, because you can just fucking walk right in. The door is open already. Somebody already tried to pry it open, so it's already open like an elevator door. And I'm already enjoying the fact that Muku Muku can attack twice. It's a beautiful thing, since he's pretty much my strongest one attack character right now. I felt like the sound was ditching one of my ears. I had to fix my sound there for a second. Anyways, Fire Lizard, which is a strange rune that I may or may not explain later, but let's just see what it says it does. Damage times 1.5, damage self. Yeah, it's a weapon rune. You can only embed it on a weapon, but I don't know. Not a rune I particularly use like ever, so just don't expect me to be using it very much or at all. Not a rune I like to use very often. I think the way you can kind of work around the Fire Lizard rune to make it actually useful is to give your character something that makes them absorb fire, so when the Fire Lizard rune is used, it doesn't actually damage them, because it says it damages yourself. So I think that might be one way around the Fire Lizard rune's downside. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing, to be quite honest. But there are other runes that will make you immune to fire, and there's also equipment which will do the same thing. So that might be a way around it. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I'd have to test out do some experimentation, but it's entirely possible. Maybe I'll try it out on this LP. You never know. I don't mind trying out some new stuff that I've never done on this game. I mean, as much as I know about this game, I haven't tried every little tiny thing in this game. Sometimes I just like to play this game, and I always forget which things I have done and which things I haven't done. Screw you, eyeball bastards. What do these guys remind me of? Oh, I know what they remind me of. You guys ever seen that movie Small Soldiers? Yeah. The what are those guys called? The Argo. By the way, there's the triangle slot. What it does is it closes the dam so the water will stop flowing. It'll show what they do. What are those guys called, though? In Small Soldiers, there's the Commandos versus the... I want to say like Autobots, Decepticons, but those are fucking Transformers. This is quite a mechanism. The water's draining out. There might be more places we can investigate now. And yes, it is required that you do that to finish this place, so this is not a side puzzle to get more treasure or anything. It is 100% required to finish the dungeon. Finally, a new enemy. I think the new enemies appear after you drain the water. That's why they weren't appearing already. But anyways, like I was saying before, what was I saying before? I already lost my train of thought. That's okay. That's what I get for my mind. That's what I get for my mind working so fast. My mouth can't move that fast. Oh well. I was asking you guys a question about something. I know that, but I just don't remember what it was. I feel like the sound keeps cutting out in my ears. It's kind of pissing me off. Speaking of sound in my ears, headset, whatever complaints, I did finally start my quest of collecting, or buying, I should say, buying new equipment for these LPs. So if you guys are wondering if I've made any progress on acquiring new equipment for LPs, well, I started with a new headset. I ordered it 2 days ago, or yesterday. Anyway, I should be getting it by tomorrow or by Monday, so that would be cool. In fact, if you're watching this episode, I probably already have the headset, and I'm probably just not using it yet. Yeah. Now that I think about when this episode's going to go up, that's probably what's going to happen. Anyways. Alright, so now that we got the water lowered, we can actually go down here into this area. But first, let's go up here and get the treasure, because there's a treasure up here you definitely want to try not to miss. The chainmail, which we'll be equipping on Ryu. You definitely want to equip it to somebody in the front row. Going to be way more useful to them. Definitely want to upgrade Joey's armor. That's what I get for not buying a bunch of items at the beginning of the game. I've kind of skimped out on armor so far in the game, guys. I'm kind of sorry for that. But if you level up good enough, you won't really need to buy a lot of armor. You can kind of just use what you get. Later in the game, you definitely want to start buying lots of stuff. But for now, it's not that big of a deal. The boots are probably better than something somebody has equipped, right? Oh, maybe not. Alright, well, I guess I'll take it. Anything else I want to do in here? No, stop wasting time. Wait, I got the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads, guys. Never mind. Let's put those on Nanami. Put over the boots. Alright, now we're good. Let's go. Let's stop wasting time. Okay, so this is the last new enemy in the dungeon. The Mr. Venus. Val Venus, to be exact. And holy crap, I didn't heal. Oh, man, this is going to be bad. It's going to be very, very bad. This is not going to end well, I can already see. Because not only is Mr. Venus the penis very annoying, but we got to deal with 3 of these card bitches, and they can be nightmares. Literally. Oh, thank you, Muku Muku, for being a fucking pimp. Oh, Muku Muku, you just saved my motherfucking ass. I love your flying squirrel ass, and I don't literally mean your ass. I just literally mean you, Mr. Flying Squirrel. You are the shiznit. And I thank you for your badassery. Thank you so much. Holy crap, though. Man, did he destroy that asshole or what? That was fucking amazing. Okay, 3 more of these bitches. How much longer am I going to continue this farce of showing every battle? I don't know. I think I might end... I think this might be the last battle I show now that I've pretty much... I think I've showed every single enemy in here now, so nothing new can be seen. So from here on out, enjoy the lack of battles. I mean, I might get to the point where I can start letting go of battles so I won't have to cut, which will be really nice. But right now, still can't let go. I was thinking level 14, but I think I'm level 14 now. So it must be level 15. Oh, well. Very little complaints you're going to get from me. Oh, man. I thought that was the right way. Keep going. God, I would have loved to not have Gen in my party right now. Gen sucks balls. I would have much rather had Ricky Maru. Or even Zamza. Shit. Just because Zamza is more magical, at least. But definitely would have rather had Ricky Maru or Hannah or Shiro. There's 3 other choices I would have rather had over Gen. I really don't like Gen like at all in this game. Not even a little bit. I think he's completely garbage if you ask me. Anyways, we got ourselves a water rune. And I got that square plate if you saw. So that's most of the treasure. There's actually one more thing to do before we go to the end of this place in terms of getting treasure. We're done down here in the dam area so we can get back out. Let's go back down one screen. Or not screen, but one intersection. And we'll go over here, which we haven't gone this way yet. If you would have came over here earlier, you would have found a dead end because you didn't have the square plate yet. But you can use it to open this door. And notice that you take the square plate back out. Yet another puzzle I didn't understand when I was younger. That you could actually take the plate back out. You didn't have to press anything. It just automatically comes back out. But I thought there was no way to open this door either because you use the square plate to actually continue on to the end of the dungeon. But if you use it to get to the end of the dungeon, you actually can't get this treasure that I'm about to get right now. Kind of annoying. And I know I said I was going to cut out battles, but I don't give a fuck. That's one battle and I was already saying something. Anyway, let's get the couple treasures. Another old book and a magical drain rune. Not the greatest rune in the world, but I'll take every treasure I can get. That's for damn show. Okay then. That is going to finish off all the treasures for this dungeon though. So now let's head to the only direction I haven't gone, which is over this bridge. And you'll quickly notice that I avoided it because there's a save point and a square thing. So if we put the square thing in, that'll open the door. And that'll actually be the last door in the dungeon. But there's a save point here because, as you may have guessed, it's a dungeon. It's going to end with a boss fight. Spoiler, I think not. But to be a super dick, this is where I'm going to end the episode. So what's the boss going to be? And will there really be treasure behind this boss? Find out next time on Let's Play Suikoden 2. Peace.